Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode. Last week we explored the south coast of Lombok whilst basing ourselves in Kuta, and then made our way up to central Lombok to visit some too good to be true waterfalls. This episode we're leaving the car for a few days while we visit the Gilis and check out another waterfall on the north of Rinjani. So this is where we've been camped for the last couple of nights, which is I think about 5 kilometres north of Senggigi. We got here on Saturday night, and then Sunday it was so busy with the locals. There was just so many people down here surfing and just having a great time, but extremely busy. The last 2 days though have been the polar opposite. It's been so chill. It's pretty much just been us here, which has been amazing because it's a very peaceful spot on the beach. And then in the background behind me you can see Mount Agung in Bali, which you probably have heard from the news recently erupting. But today we're heading, we've got to go down to Mataram to pick up our visas, which we extended to get another 30 days in Indonesia, and then come back to Senggigi and possibly visit a temple, and then head up to the Gilis for a couple of days.
There's a few options for transport over to the Gilis: speedboat, the fast boat or the slow boat. For $1.50 we chose the slow boat. And by slow it only takes around half an hour, and if you're heading out there it's actually only marginally slower than the supposed fast boat. A bit more localised too.
Bit of a rainy day here, but we're gonna go for a snork. Hopefully find some turtles. Just about to have dinner with all of his friends. It's cute, I tell you what, he's bloody popular. What are you doing over here? Yeah? It's pretty good, eh? It's only the 4th time today we've heard it.
First time's always this.
4 a.m. Today we had full intentions to have an action-packed day, but the weather decided that it wasn't going to be the day for that. It's been pretty rainy today. We did manage to go for a snork and see some turtles. It definitely wasn't the most healthy reef which we've seen so far, but oh well, we got to see some turtles, so no worries. But anyway, the sky has cleared a little bit this afternoon, so we're hoping it's going to be a nice sunset. We've come down to the beach. And then over here is Mount Rinjani, the volcano on Lombok. So hopefully the sky lights up some pretty colours. So far today it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day here in Gili Trawangan, but we're going to hire a kayak and paddle over to Gili to go snorkeling. There's an underwater statue over there, so we're going to do that and then maybe go for a ride around the island. Over to Gili in the kayak and managed to find the underwater statues after probably about 20 minutes of searching. The visibility in the water is pretty bad at the moment. It's probably only about a metre, so pretty murky. Anyway, we got out, had a swim around the statues, and then I got back in the kayak and Mark went to get back in the kayak, but the kayak went over. Unfortunately, our GoPro, my mask and Mark's weight belt, we hadn't secured them back to the kayak and they've gone AWOL, so Mark used his mask to have a look around for them again without any luck. But yeah, the kayak, it wasn't very stable in the water either, so we decided to come up to the shore and turns out it was just completely filled with water, so we've had to drain it. Mark has gone back out into, which is now the surf, so he's roughly out here, and then yeah, so we'll just see how he goes looking around for them. I mean, I feel like the chances of getting them back are pretty slim at the moment with the water clarity, but fingers crossed. I really want that GoPro back. Oh! Yeah. How lucky is that? Where were they?
It's clearer now. I can't believe it, I was sitting next to each other.
Crisis averted. We have our 3 lost items back. So relieved to have the GoPro back. That's awesome. But yeah, Mark just said that the visibility is a lot better now, so we're going to head back out and check out the statues again. We're leaving Gili Trawangan this morning to go back to Lombok. Before we leave, we thought we'd come for a walk. There's a hill on the southeastern point of the island. It's only, I think, about 40 metres high, so not very high, but we thought we'd come for a walk and check out the view before we leave. These are the smallest stairs in history.
Three Gilis, which translates to island in Indonesian, are Gili Air, Gili Meno and Gili Trawangan, otherwise known as Gili T. They each have different characters, Meno being simple and quiet, Air known for its good mix of local character and resorts, and Gili T being the biggest and most developed with a bit of a reputation for, let's say, vibrancy. The islands have no cars, motorbikes or dogs, making them a nice retreat from the hustle and bustle of the mainland cities. The best way to get around the island is to rent a bike or catch a horse and cart known as Tudemo. Settled just over 50 years ago by Sulawesi fishermen, it was discovered by Westerners in the 80s who were seduced by the white sand beaches and coral reefs. Since then, tourism has exploded and new resorts, bars and cafes continue to open regularly.
We got back from Gili Trawangan yesterday at about lunchtime and decided to come back down to our camp spot in the palm trees just north of Sengigi. we had some washing to do and wanted to get the next video finished to upload onto YouTube, so that's all done. This morning we've had a pretty chilled out morning. I've done some yoga, went for a swim, and Mark's currently out doing some spearfishing. He's just out here, so hopefully he comes back with the goods. Today we're heading up to a village on the northern side of Rinjani called Senaru. There's a couple of waterfalls near there which you can walk to, which are probably Lombok's most popular. So I'm expecting it to be busy but also beautiful because it is the most popular. It's only about 70 or 80 k's away, so hopefully the drive takes only an hour or so. We made it to Tiu Kelep Waterfall. It was about a 2.5 kilometre walk from where we were camped in Senaru. A nice walk, pretty up and down with all the stairs, so it was really beautiful walking through the rainforest. The waterfall behind me is absolutely beautiful, I can't get over it. My prediction about the huge amount of people going to be here was a little bit inaccurate. There's a few people, but nowhere near as what I thought it was going to be, so we're going to go for a swim.
Feeling more adventurous on your way back from the waterfall, you can take the aqueduct. This 100-metre tunnel ducks in and out of the mountain and forms part of the irrigation channels fed from the river near the base of the waterfall. The water flows down through the channels to feed the endless rice paddies in the valley below. That's it for this episode. Make sure to catch the next one where we complete our loop around Lombok before heading over to Bali. Thanks for watching, hit the thumbs up button if you like the vid, and we'll see you next time. See ya!